All right. Do a countdown. Okay. Is our frame okay? Everybody's good? Everything's good? Okay. So I'm gonna count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then let's wait 1 second. Then let's talk.
All right.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody. Welcome back to the set of the Business Temple. We have a special recording for you this week where we're gonna change it up a little bit for you to get to know us a little better. We are going to play
21 questions.
21 questions. All right. I'm here to embarrass Super Ray. I don't know about you, Super Ray, but
So we took it upon ourselves to write 10 questions each, and we don't know what these questions are.
Nope.
We are completely going to this in the dark. He says he's going to embarrass me. I think that I'm probably going to make him look good because the questions
really,
I
we'll
mean,
see about that.
more better than what you look now, absolutely. But still, yeah, I'm excited to do this. I'm excited to do 21 questions and do our first recorded video. But before we do get started, make sure like and subscribe. So if you like this type of content, we can produce more of it in the future. If
Absolutely.
not, we will continue with our live shows every single Saturday at 12 p.m.
That's right.
Like and subscribe, hit that bell notification button.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. We doing rock, paper, scissors. Who goes
Rock,
first?
paper, scissors.
All right. On 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Come on, bro.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, shit. Okay. You go first?
I go first. Okay.
All right.
First question. This is going to be a softball question because
Okay.
we'll just start it off with that. Kind of get your gears flowing. And the first question I had is like, how do you yourself conduct like market research for starting a business?
Okay. Okay. Well, I go on Google. Obviously, I get to know my demographics more. I write down who do I want to market to, and the demographics include their age groups, race, how much money they make, where they are in the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I think specifically for me, it's important that I talk about Maslow because the business that I am in is in the learning and development industry. So I want to know where they are at in turn psychologically in terms of what gaps need to be closed so I could coach them, teach them, or educate them with whatever they need to be educated on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know he's laughing because his first question is going to be not as
No, actually I got a softball for you too.
Okay.
Actually no, I don't. The second question was a softball. I will state the second question first.
No, you can go ahead and do the first one.
So if you could create a new holiday just for entrepreneurs, what would it be called and how would we celebrate it?
Oh, okay. So this one is a fairly easy one because I think we should create a holiday for entrepreneurs and call it the Entrepreneur Day. Simple as that. Call it Entrepreneur Day.
Okay.
And the way you celebrate Entrepreneur Day is by sharing your ideas with other entrepreneurs and doing rituals, and as well as like Thanksgiving. Take Thanksgiving for your example. You sit around the table and have dinner with one another. I would say for Entrepreneur Day, you'll get around the table with a bunch of entrepreneur and have turkey or whatever it may be, and then also create new traditions. Like you'll have a mistletoe, but the mistletoe is not for making out. It's for exchanging.
I was gonna say
it's for exchanging money with one another.
Okay. Follow-up question: who's gonna pay for the dinner?
So the dinner will be sponsored by whoever wants to sponsor
an
entrepreneurial dinner.
There you are.
And you will look for it by asking for money from bigger corporations and have them donate to you and your cause and your company. So
I love it already.
Entrepreneur Day. Let's find a date to celebrate it. I would choose to celebrate it in January.
Okay.
at the beginning of the calendar year, because that's when most physical years for a lot of companies start, and you want to start your year off right with Entrepreneur Day.
There you go. All right. Your turn, sir.
Okay, here's your next question.
Hope it's not a curveball now.
Yeah, I'll throw you a curveball. Would you rather join a pyramid scheme or a cult?
Isn't that one and the same? I would okay. I would rather join a pyramid scheme. Why? Because I think cults have a bigger possibility of being fatal to your livelihood as opposed to pyramid schemes. I think the worst thing that could happen in a pyramid scheme is you go to jail. The worst thing that could happen in a cult is you get sacrificed to some party god or some shit, and then you'd be dead. So I would definitely join a pyramid scheme as opposed to a cult, even though I think they're one and the same. Suit your answer? Suit your question, rather?
I guess. Sure.
Okay, okay. I got something for you. What's your most embarrassing go-to power song or mantra that gets you pumped up for the day of hustling, and why?
My most embarrassing.
Embarrassing go-to pump up song or mantra.
Okay, so I would say it would be any Linkin Park song. I really enjoy Linkin Park.
Okay.
I
Sing here, bro.
I think it's not embarrassing, I would say, but it is a song that reminds me of a tough time. All their songs really reminds me of tough times, and it just gets me pumped up because I feel like there's hope. And then it just gets my blood going when I listen to In the End. It doesn't even matter. I mean, the entire album of what's it called? I keep forgetting. The
Something Theory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something Theory.
No, I bumped to that too.
Yeah.
Bro,
So that really pumps me up, and it's not embarrassing, but I would say some people may call it embarrassing because it's something that I listened to in my teenage years, and then hypes me up.
Okay. I don't think that's embarrassing. I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one listening to Linkin Park to get pumped up. But yeah, bro, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now
Okay.
I'm looking it up.
Something Theory, that their first album. What is it?
Oh, it's Oh, doesn't have the name of it. Oh, Hybrid Theory.
Hybrid Theory.
There you go. Hybrid
There
Theory.
we go. There we go. All right. Rest in peace, Chester Bennington.
Yes,
He
absolutely.
changed a lot of lives. All right.
Now, next question.
Bring it.
What are some of the basic needs for starting a business that you would say?
Okay. I would say there's an intrinsic need and an extrinsic need. Obviously, to start with an extrinsic need, you need a business plan, market research, money, of course, and just goals. I would say goals is one of the most important things to start with, because without goals, you wouldn't have an incentive to start a business. Really, a lot of entrepreneurs don't just start a business just because, I would say. And then the intrinsic part of it would be mindsetting, personal development, read a lot of books, listen to a lot of motivational podcasts, because if you do that consistently, it will change your life in such a way where I take it as a call to action. You know what I mean? Whenever I listen to a motivational podcast, that sets the tone for my day. And I've been doing that the past 8 years.
All right. Curveball. I'm taking that all away. Now what do you do?
Which one, the intrinsic or the extrinsic?
It's all away. I took what you just said, and you have none of that now.
Okay. So starting from scratch, starting from literally nothing.
Can't have any of that.
Okay.
No goals, nothing.
Well, I'll tell you what. I've been in this situation before where I had no mindset, no personal development, no sense of goal or direction in life. And I got sick of it. I got tired of it. While that sounds negative, to me, it turned into something transformational because I became who I am today. So to answer your question, Super Ray, I would go back to working in corporate, my 9 to 5, till I get tired of it and go back to being an entrepreneur. Circle of life, baby. That's how it works. Fair enough.
I fair enough. Yes, I think that's a fair answer. Because yeah, if you take away those intrinsic and extrinsic values of being an entrepreneur, what is left? A shell of a person.
I would be a shell of a person. I thought that's who I was
Oh,
8 years ago, you know? And yeah, that's what would happen.
That was
Just
my
go
two-part
back
question
to it.
to you.
Go back to it. All right, all right. Here we go. If you could have any comedian as your business partner, who would it be and why?
Oh my God. As a business
As a
partner,
business partner. Say for your company right now, Your Voice New York. Any comedian, why?
I would have to choose someone that aligns with my teachings, my values, and most of the comedians that I enjoy
Like
don't necessarily embody those teachings and values. But as far as like a collaboration, a business partner, I think the one person that comes to mind is Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know people would probably choose like Kevin Hart or something, but I think Eddie Murphy.
I actually thought that's what you're gonna say. That's what
I
you're
chose
say.
Kevin. I chose
Or
Eddie
Dave Chappelle.
or Dave Chappelle. I don't know. He might leave on me, but I chose Eddie Murphy because I feel like he has a good sense of business and having to. He also grew up here in New York, so he knows how New York is. He's from New
Okay.
York. He knows the culture. My business is Your Voice New York, and I feel like he has a lot to add to what my company brings, because
Okay.
he's he's a very funny comedian that has taken on so many different roles, and he's broken the mold of what comedy can be, either in movies or in his stand-up specials. And I feel like he really does exemplify the range of what people can have, and especially people of color. And I think he'll be a great asset to Your Voice New York. So I'll definitely choose Eddie Murphy.
That answer exceeded my expectation. Well done. Okay.
Yeah.
Throw me some.
All right. Would you rather know all the business secrets and never be able to share them, or know a few and be able to share them?
I would say know a few and be able to share them, because the first one, I think being an entrepreneur is about obviously not just helping others, but helping other entrepreneurs. Like you and I, we're business partners in a sense. We help each other. All information we share. I find so much joy in that, and I learn more as I share more. So to the first part of your question, would I have it all and not be able to share it? Like that's just a shortcut. Entrepreneurs don't take shortcuts. If I knew some of it and I am able to share it, eventually I'll know it all.
But you will be able to enrich yourself if you know all the business secrets and you don't share them with people, though.
But that's not on my mission, though.
It's a thinker.
It is. No, it is. It is. It is. It is. I would stick to my answer though.
Okay.
I would rather not know it all and then share.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't look satisfied.
I mean that's the answer.
Oh, I so want to ask you back that question, but no, we're not able to do that.
You can't do that.
So
it's
okay.
part of the rules. You can't
Okay.
ask the same question to the individual.
All right.
I'm not allowed to answer.
So here's a more I would say more it can be a business question. I would say it's more corporate. Would you ever date your boss or subordinate?
Oh no. No, hard no. I've never dated my boss or subordinate simply because it just brings too much complications to an already complicated environment. So if
Yeah.
you are anywhere near someone that you love at all times, it's just it becomes more of a I would say an extra layer of complications that you don't need. I think if you work in different departments, perhaps it can work, but
Okay.
even then, it just a direct subordinate or someone that's your boss. That means that you're working with these people constantly, all the time, and you're having to have interactions with them. And for me, that feels like it would never work because it just takes away from what's the mission, what's the purpose of why you're actually there. You're not there to
To
date,
mingle.
to make you're I mean, you're there to make connections, to build culture, but you're not there to fraternize with your coworkers and use those opportunities to do so, because from either standpoint, whenever you look at it, someone is using some power to make that decision and that choice, because it happens to men a lot. You
It
hear
does.
when female bosses, they hit on their male coworkers, and I mean, most of the times it doesn't end up great.
Damn straight.
99% of the time. But
All right.
anyway,
Safe, safe.
safe question. And that was an easy one.
Okay.
But let's get you another question.
What do you got?
What is the stupidest business idea you ever come up with?
Stupidest business idea I've ever come up with. I'm trying to think back a couple years ago. I wanted to sell, so this might not sound stupid for some, just want to put it out there. But to me at the time it did. I wanted to sell shirts with motivational quotes in them.
Mm.
So I thought at the time that was stupid because I wouldn't know who to sell them to, what that market demographic would look like who would wear a Steve Jobs quote here or whatever, you know? And not only that, was it made me feel even more stupid because I actually made moves on it before. I spoke with somebody, I got connected in that industry. Like I was making moves, man,
Mhm.
and only to realize that, what, I should scrap this. This is stupid. So to me, that was the stupidest business idea I ever come up with.
I mean, it's only stupid if you say it's stupid, but I think
Like I
it's
said, for others,
it
it
might-
might work out, but for me, it's just no, that wasn't me. It didn't speak to me enough,
okay.
which is weird because it's quotes. But yeah.
It
All
didn't speak
right.
to him enough because and it's quotes. Wow.
Uh oh, we're halfway through. Okay. If you had to pitch your business idea to a group of aliens, how would you make it relatable to them?
That's easy. I would let them know that, hey, you came to this earth and you need help communicating. And
Okay,
if
very easy.
English isn't your first language, then get out. No. No.
Don't pay me in that alien currency.
I mean, if you think about it, if first off, if aliens were to ever land on Earth, they have far exceeded our capabilities of technology. So therefore, whatever they have has brought more value than anyone in this earth could ever do or bring. So they are rich just by the mere existence of aliens. And if they came here and then I were to like pitch them my business, I would first try to, yeah, of course, I will help them be better communicators, either through using body language if they don't know how to communicate through speech. And I would also perhaps, give them shirts with quotes on them so that they could feel more comfortable here and feel like they belong with us.
Well, there you
I mean, you can't be mad at an alien with a shirt that says "Live, Laugh, Love," and
Oh my gosh, bro.
You're just looking.
No, that's right. You just humanized them
You
in
humanized.
such a way. Okay. I accept that. I accept that. Okay. Your turn. Okay, go.
Okay. Uh, do you think it's important for kids to learn about business?
Yes, I absolutely believe it's important for kids to learn about business because business teaches them certain skill sets that even when you get into university, they still don't teach you. I'm talking about marketing, I'm talking about sales, I'm talking about public speaking, persuading, influencing, and just, having structure that will in your mind that will keep you employed no matter what. So definitely, yes, I would teach business. I feel like there's a follow-up question here that's gonna hit me with a curveball.
No.
So,
There wasn't a follow.
oh, okay,
but
okay.
I'm thinking of something too, because I kind of want you to elaborate a little bit on that.
Which
So,
part?
like kids nowadays, Gen Z, they're starting businesses. They're growing up in a world where they understand that already. What more can or advice can you offer kids?
Okay. I think where you're getting at, correct me if I'm wrong, because a lot of information is so accessible now that this is something that they can already learn on their own. And so what else is there to give? Or what else is there to say?
Yeah, what else does it say? What can you offer them?
Okay. Okay. I would say this. I think the most important thing that a kid can research on or especially work on, even if the information is already available or might not be, is working towards your purpose, discovering what your purpose is, and just working towards that as much and as long as you can. Because knowing your purpose just changes everything. It changes the people you hang out with, the food you eat, the books you read, changes how fast or slow you walk. It literally changes so much things in your life if you know what your purpose is. The sooner they do know that, the more change, positive change that they could affect in their own lives and in the lives of other people. Huh? Huh?
Yeah, I guess.
I guess. All right. All right. Okay. Check this out, bro. If you had to create a mascot for your business,
No.
what would it be and what would it represent?
Whew.
Ha ha ha.
Well, I would firstly have to, well, I would never thought of having a mascot for my business. I know that many companies do have mascots, like the Geico Gecko is infamous. I mean, Tony the Tiger for Kellogg's. Uh, and for my company, Your Voice New York, I think that the best mascot would be a talking book, a book with a big
Okay.
mouth and eyeballs, and whose tag phrase is, "Hey, look at me! Why don't you learn how to speak?" I don't know.
Got to refine that a little bit, but
He's definitely
we
gonna
got
have
the
an
idea.
accent though, because
What accent?
probably a Spanish one,
Okay.
because I'm Dominican, I'm Hispanic, and
Mhm.
I want people to know that you can still be a great speaker even though you have an accent. And I think that's why I would
Very
say
inclusive.
that the book would have little annotations of like everybody in the world, kind of like a world book
Uh-huh.
that just speaks from its mind. And yes, it might curse a few times too, so it's not going to be a very like mascot
Explicit content type of mascot.
a very interesting mascot.
No, I dig it. I dig it. You could be onto something here, Super Ray. You could be onto something. All right. Okay. There you go. I can't wait to see
All
in the
right,
book. You got to name it too, bro. But
next question.
throw me something.
Okay. I think we did this one, but a long time ago. But I want to know, what is your favorite TBT episode and why?
That is surprisingly difficult to answer. We are very close to our 100th episode mark. And we've just gone through so much topics, getting to know our niche, talking about entrepreneurship, corporate personal development, public speaking, and now the union of ancient philosophy and modern business. But I think my favorite episode would be when we were still on Clubhouse. Check the description below, by the way, to check it out there, where we talked about stoicism.
Mhm.
I keep thinking about that episode a lot, and even have pitched it to you. Hey, let's draw from that episode and do it again on YouTube, because it's
Yeah.
not on YouTube, And I think stoicism is such a powerful philosophy, because not only do we practice it, but it's so beneficial for entrepreneurs as well. So be sure to check that episode out. But definitely stoicism. If I could follow up with that, I would say Ikigai as well.
Mhm.
I think Ikigai was the first live episode we ever did,
Yeah.
together in one place. I think Ikigai was that it was at your place, I believe.
Yeah. it
So
was.
yeah, that was one for the books, man.
Absolutely.
Yep. Okay. Check this out. If you could trade places with any famous entrepreneur you don't like for a day, how bad would you mess up their lives, and how would you do it?
An entrepreneur I don't like, and how badly would I mess up their lives and how I would do it. You really want to get me in trouble. Okay. I would say Trump, but I don't know if he's a no, but it's not like I want to.
You could consider Trump as an
else.
entrepreneur.
I consider Trump, but that's such a softball. And then I say Elon Musk. I'll say,
Okay.
no.
He's thinking about it.
I'm thinking about it. I am thinking about it. I don't.
Who pops up?
The first person has to be like Trump, but I don't want to make this like a political thing either.
Okay.
Because it's not like you know what? No, I'll choose somebody. Since he retired recently, I think make fun of him. I would choose Rupert Murdoch.
Oh,
He's 90 something years old. He is the CEO of Fox for about 70 years. He's been in the industry, and he has massive influence in the news space. And now that he's retired, I think there are ways that I could probably like make his life a living
miserable.
At the end of it, like just go and do like extreme sports at 90 years old.
Oh
Like,
my God.
that's what I would do. I would just book a trip to
I was not expecting that.
wherever I would go in the world, and then just do like skydiving, like jet skiing, just crazy stuff that you wouldn't even expect a 90-year-old person to do. Because like two things can either happen. People can be like, holy hell, this 90-year-old is doing all these
he would inspire people, right?
It would be very inspiring, or he was just gonna die from an accident. So yeah, that's what I would do. That's exactly what I'd choose. I know it's like a little time to.
No, you're good. I like the answer. I like the answer. But this guy's brutal.
I'd spend more time thinking about entrepreneurs and people that I do like than I do.
It's a curveball, baby.
So it is.
All right. What do you got for me?
Okay. What are some habits that you practice today that are influenced by others?
I would say martial arts. I practice a lot of Muay Thai, boxing, a little bit of jiu-jitsu now, but the person that influenced me or gave me or planted the seed of martial arts was 5 years ago. His name is Coach Steve. Damn, I forgot his last name. But Coach Steve, I met during he came over my office to do like a team building based on sports, and then there was boxing, and then all the other martial arts. And I was like, for the longest time, I've been admiring martial artists, Bruce Lee, people like that. These people I look up to, and I walked up to him that time and just asked him questions. Like, how did you get into how long have you been a martial artist? How did you get into that? Why did you get into that? Finally, I asked, how can I get into it too? And so apparently he owned a MMA gym close to where I used to live. And I kept seeing that gym before for the longest time. I've wanted to enroll in it. And it was divine, it wasn't even a coincidence. Like for me to end up meeting the owner of that gym, which was close by my house. And obviously the following day I enrolled, and up to now I'm still practicing martial art. We're still actually in communication. I send him videos of me training. He gives me feedback, and we've ended up to become really great friends. So yeah, that's where I'm coming from with that.
Oh,
I don't think I've ever told you that too.
no, you never did. But
Yeah.
it feels serendipitous in a way where it's just like things just fall
Into place,
into place and together. It's
you
really
know?
cool.
It's crazy. All right.
Mm.
If you had to start on OnlyFans because money was low in business,
Oh,
what
God.
would your content be?
All right. First off, I don't know how many people would want to watch me on OnlyFans, but if I were to start one, I'll definitely start one with my significant other, because I feel like if I was to make any money from this, it would probably have to include someone of a different, like I guess different background. But
Uh-huh.
I
So you're not gonna step on peanut butter and
I don't know.
whatever.
My feet aren't particularly that very appealing, so I would not even fathom or think about subjecting anybody to that kind of torture, unless they want to and be willing to pay me. Call me if you're into that, but I would not subject someone
Always closing
to
this guy.
yeah, I would probably talk to my significant other and see if she would be into starting an OnlyFans, and then I mean,
Put that money back into rotation.
just go ahead and do that.
Okay. Okay. You just asked for OnlyFans promotion. Okay. What do you got for me, Ray?
I hate you. I hate you. I feel like I need to throw a lot of these questions out the window. Oh, well, this is the last one, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is the last one. I don't want to. I don't want to ask you this one. I feel like I need to ask you something else.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm. Oh, fine. Oh, let's see. Let's see if you like this one. Would you rather be married or have a business?
Oh, isn't that synonymous in itself? Isn't a marriage kind of like a okay. Are you asking me right now in my present state right
I'm
now?
gonna make someone today.
Okay, my answer will be in two parts. First of all, I don't think my marriage would work without my business, and I don't think my business would work without my marriage. So it's a difficult question. All right. However, if I had to choose, I would choose to be married, because I could always start another business and still have my SO behind my back. I would still have that morale, that motivation, and that healthy love around me to keep me going. But if I kept my business without my significant other, then yeah, I'm making money. Yeah, I'm making things happen. But inside, I'm not satisfied. I'm unhappy. And after a long day's work, there's just no one to talk to about it. And so I think my mental health would deteriorate. I think on a soul level, I would just be a husk of a person. you know? So, yep. I'm keeping my marriage.
He's walking a tightrope on that one.
I was very tech with that answer. Okay, okay. Last question for you, and then the last question for both of us. Cool?
Absolutely. Okay.
Okay. If you could have a superpower that would help you in your business, what would it be and why?
I'll be a money printer. I mean, I'll take the superpower that the government already has. Is to
Oh,
take that money printer and just
tell
print,
him.
print money.
Tell them. Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, what I would do with that money is honestly generally up in the air because I would print so much of it that it would cause an inflation in this country. So I I would print a lot of it, and then I would just, I don't know, buy a bunch of property, and that's it.
What
That's
about
what I would
me,
do.
fool? You're not gonna get anything.
I would give no money to anyone because it's my superpower. I have the printer. I don't know. Can I turn into a printer and print money? So I would say, I mean, no
would be odd.
superpower has it. It doesn't come with a downside. So I guess I'll be generally giving something of myself in
So
order to make
what if
this
the money
happen.
came out of your butt?
Oh, okay. Well, then that's what I'll do. I'll be
You'll
my butt
getting
money
out money.
printer.
Butt
But
money.
and then if someone wants it, I mean, they can take it. Is this going to be covered in my poop?
Butt money. New term instead of blood money. Here's some butt money, man. Courtesy of Super Ray.
It's for my business, you know. And if my butt is, I had to open up a checking account in there.
Oh my god. Okay, okay. Last question. You're gonna give me a last question, and I'm gonna give you one, or how did that work?
No, we're gonna answer the last. What was the?
Okay,
Yeah,
the last question was, if we could trade places with each other, how differently would we run our businesses?
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
I went, so I'll let you start.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see. This is actually going to be pretty easy for me because I've been with Your Voice New York since day zero. I know a little bit of the ins and outs of how it's being operated right now and such and such. So what I would do is I would go bold and give it more time, or not give it more time, go bold with it. And when it comes to consistency, which is what I admire about Your Voice New York, I would give it more strategy. Consistency, strategy, hand in hand, bold moves as well. There you go.
I can agree to that. You trade places right now. So for me, I think what I would say, your company, I Influence Institute, I would. You have a really good strategy. I think you really do exemplify what it is to be a good entrepreneur, a good business owner. So that is my compliments to you. And you've helped me a lot with Your Voice New York as well. And it's just hard to just think of something that I personally, I'm not in that space, but I can see how it's somewhat related. And what I would want to see is probably more of promotion, I would say.
Okay.
I think that's what
You're
I can.
absolutely right.
I
We
can
should
see you
trade places.
benefiting from some more of a promotional play where you
Mhm.
advertise your services a bit more,
Yeah.
and that's what I would do if I was in your shoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should trade places then. Because he's the marketer. I actually do need that. But man, thank you for
Yeah.
coming up with this idea to host a recording of 21 questions.
Yeah.
Super Ray, really appreciate you. We are going to continue to post recordings for our October series. We have a special Halloween series for you this October. It's going to be great because we're going to talk about philosophy and how that can help with entrepreneurship. So catch that. Make sure to subscribe, like, and just hit that bell button for our channel. And we will continue to do the lives where we're just testing out content a little bit. Let us know if you like it. But yes, we will still be continuing to do a lives. We will continue to do that end of October,
In
I
October.
believe. So
Yeah.
we will go back to every single Saturday, 12 p.m. ET. Make sure that you are present because we are always going to be here to start your weekend right, baby. All righty then.
Peace.
Peace. Yeah.